When I became old enough to drive and I wanted to go into New York City, my mother told me I had to take the train and go to Penn Station. Why? Ma, why can't I take the bus to Port Authority? Stuart, do not go to Port Authority. Why, Ma? Why can't I go? Do not go to Port Authority. The only thing they have at Port Authority are hookers and crack. My mother is not going to be proud of me because this weekend when I went into the city, we drove in and parked at Port Authority. Ugh, you're trying to kill me, Stuart! But it was fun. We went with friends and we went to see the Chihuly exhibit at the New York Botanical Gardens. These days, Port Authority is a little different. There are families walking around on the weekend. There's artwork like this piece by George Siegel. It's not so bad. I didn't see any hookers and crack. I did see the friends we went with. We went with our friends Jack and Alana, and I looked for some pictures of them. And look, here's a picture of me and Alana standing on the streets. Very nice. It's really unfortunate I couldn't find many pictures of Jack. This picture right here, right there, that's Jack. And I looked a little harder. See this picture right here? Oh, look, there's Jack again. That's about the extent of the pictures I got with Jack. We took the train up to the Bronx. This is not the train we took. This is the number 2 train, and we took the D train. Subway trivia. Did you know that the cars running on the numbered train lines, like the 1, 2, and 3, are actually thinner than the cars running on the lettered train lines, like the A, B, C, D, things like that? That's because they were created by competing subway lines way back when. We took the train all the way up to the Bedford Park Boulevard stop in the Bronx, got out, walked about 8 blocks and turned left, and boom, there it was, the New York Botanical Gardens with a beautiful Chihuly exhibit. I'll have more pictures at the end of this uninterrupted so you can appreciate them. The interesting thing about this day is that it was, how can I put this delicately? Hot as balls. It was hot inside the beautiful glass house with all the plants. It was hot when you were walking outside. Just unbelievable. Looking at the Chihuly exhibit was fantastic, except I was schwitzing my entire body. I was just dripping. I was one big sweat ball. In addition to the Chihuly exhibit, there were some very nice flowers and plants. The only flower I was interested in looking at was the pretty gelato flower I was going to see at Amarino's Gelato later. I'm telling you, have you tried this place? Unbelievable. And they make it look like a flower, and it's really pretty. After losing half of my body weight in water and becoming shriveled like a raisin, we walked back through the Bronx, up to the subway, and went down to Washington Square Park. When I was a kid, I didn't really want to walk through Washington Square Park because of, the hookers and the crack. And it really was a lot of that stuff back then. Today, it's very different. You got street performers. You got kids playing in fountains. You got musicians. It's really a nice place to be on a weekend afternoon. So when we were done there, we walked back up through the arch at Washington Square Park and walked up Fifth Avenue, saw some of those little out-of-the-way things that everybody loves in New York, like those cobblestone streets over at Washington Mews. I'll tell you really why I put that in there, because look, there he is! There's Jack again! See? I told you I had a couple of pictures like that of Jack. And then we walked up to Soho in the Village, which was another place my parents didn't take me to when I was younger, on account of, that's right, the hookers and the crack. Not a whole lot of that these days, though. Very nice place to walk around. We had a great time. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking right now. You might be thinking, wait a minute, Stuart. What if we want the hookers and the crack? Well, if that's the case, then take a self-addressed stamped envelope. This is how you do a self-addressed stamped envelope, right? Put your address right here. Oh, wait a minute. Some of you might be millennials. You might not know what these things are. Okay, let's start this all over again. This is a pen, and this paper thing here is an envelope. On the top left side is you put your address, and then if you want to find out where write hookers and crack locations, care of Stu's friend Jack. Now, I don't want to give you his address, and the truth is, you don't need it. All you got to do is just kind of get a picture of Jack in that big round head of his. It's huge. The head is tremendous. All right, cut it out and just kind of tape it right there to the. If tape doesn't work, you might want to just go ahead and slop it on there with a stapler. But send it over to me. Care of Stu's friend Jack. The post office will know where to deliver it. They know where that head lives, and we'll get you that information. So now, here are some uninterrupted and no stupid narration for some pretty pictures from the Chihuly exhibit.
What? We was always been saying like, oh, we look so small. Oh wow, that really gives a sense of scale.